Hi, welcome back to the Keto's YouTube channel. Today we're going to learn about how to deploy EZRADIUS in Azure in a few minutes. So the first thing we have to do is go to our documentation and register the Ketos application. If you have already used EZCA or EZSSH in the past, you don't have to do this. But if not, you have to register the Ketos application in your tenant using your global administrator by just clicking the link and clicking accept. And then doing the same with the EZRADIUS. So you have to do this twice. I'm just going to do it once with one of them in here because I've done it in the past. Basically, it shows you here. It asks you that you have the permission. You say accept. And this will give Ketos the ability to see your directory, what groups you're part on, and so on for Radius authentication. So we're going to accept that. And then we'll go to Azure. And we're going to go to create resource and we're going to type EZRADIUS. And we're going to see it here. And we're just going to click. And in this case, I would select our internal plan, but in here you would select what plan you want. And you can see the plans and pricings in plans and pricings. And then we're going to click subscribe. It's going to ask you what subscription and what resource group. And this only creates what Microsoft calls a SaaS resource. So there is no actual VMs or anything being created in your subscription. Everything is in the Keto subscription. You just see the SaaS and you'll be charged through the Microsoft portal, just kind of part of your monthly billing. So in here, we're just going to do video subscription. But you can call it whatever you want, like Radius, Cloud Radius, or anything you want. So then we're going to, in here, you would see how much it would be costing you, and then you'd click subscribe. After a few seconds, it should show configure account now. So now we're able to configure our account in EZRADIUS. So we're going to go here, which sends us to our center. And then it will ask you what deployment you want. Since I'm based in the US, I'm just going to leave it with the default and I'm going to click create instance. And then in here, it tells you you can now access your instance through here. We actually recommend bookmarking that URL instead of going through the Azure route, even though you can go through Azure, because then it's going to send you here and here. It just saves you a few clicks if you just bookmark this. And in here, it's going to look a little different because I already have a subscription. So there's going to be already data here, but if not, it would be empty. And we would go to settings. And then in settings, we would go to our brand new subscription and we would have basically the person that created it as an owner, network administrator, and log reader. So basically owners, they can do anything in the subscription. Think of them as resource owners in Azure. They can delete the subscription, they can add, remove people, everything. Network administrator, they can move networking policies, so they can create a Radius policy, create Radius users, and so on, but they cannot do any billing administration. And then log readers, they can only read logs. And the last thing we have in our settings is our SIEM. So if you're using a SIEM, you can just put your SIEM information, like for example, like your CrowdStrike or your Sentinel or any other. If it's not listed here, please let us know, and we can usually integrate it in a few days. You enter your workspace ID, you enter your key, you test the connection. And we recommend doing this even if you're not using Sentinel. You might want to just create a log analytics in Azure and set it up, because in the next videos, I'll be talking about how you can create a dashboard, and all this is also in our documentation. So everything I talk about in the videos is in the documentation. So you can go here and see how we actually can create dashboards and everything in Azure. So we highly recommend that, but it's not needed. You have all the information, audit logs, and everything you might need for your instance within here. So in the next video that I'm going to put up here, you can see how to create a policy for accessing Radius. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.